Hello friends, and happy fun Friday! Today I want to show you how we can use all of our math knowledge and our strategies to help us solve an Exemplars word problem. So, let's begin. Remember, we read it a few times. Dominic has a bank. First, Dominic puts 9 dimes in the bank. Next, Dominic puts 6 pennies in the bank. How many coins does Dominic put in his bank? Show all your mathematical thinking. Okay, now I'm not just going to get started right away. I'm going to read it again, and this time I'm going to use my problem-solving strategy, cubes, to help me as I read. So, Dominic has a bank. First, Dominic puts 9 dimes in the bank. 9. Okay, so that's a number. 9. I'm going to write it so that I don't forget that that's the number. And I'm going to circle it. Because when we circle the number, we're able to remember it and we can check back and make sure that we're actually solving and using the right numbers and notation. Next, Dominic puts 6 pennies in the bank. 6. How many coins does Dominic put in his bank? Okay, so what is my question? Well, I know that my question ends in a question mark, and it usually starts with something like how or how many. So I'm going to underline it, and I apologize, I would do it in a different color, but my markers are not nearby. How many coins does Dominic put in his bank? Show all your mathematical thinking. Okay, let's reread it to box my math keywords, because remember, the math keywords are what help us decide what kind of math we need to do. Dominic has a bank. First, Dominic puts 9 dimes in the bank. Next, Dominic puts 6 pennies in the bank. How many coins does Dominic put in his bank? So, let's see. Well, first he put some, so I know he puts 9 dimes. And then, next, he puts some more coins, right, in the bank. How many coins does Dominic put in his bank? These are a little bit tricky and different from the math keywords that we're used to, right? But now that I've boxed them, I want to evaluate and eliminate. So what do I need to do? One really big question that we always need to ask ourselves is, what is this problem asking me to do? What is it asking me to solve for? What kind of math? What is the point of this question? So I'm noticing that they want to know how many coins he put in, right? Coins. They didn't ask how many pennies or how many dimes. Doesn't matter. They just want to know in general. You know what? I should probably box that too. How many did he put in the bank, right? All together. That lets me know that I need to add. I am putting together. So when we solve our exemplars, very helpful tool that I want us to use is to make a little, kind of like a graphic organizer, right? Because if you see in our exemplars rubric, this is how you assess whether you really understood the problem and showed all of your mathematical thinking, right? They want reasoning and proof, meaning they want to see our drawing, our diagram, right? They want to see that we are communicating using math notation. So that means they want to see a number sentence, a math fact, right? And we always provide a written statement because remember, friends, we talked about how when we solve a word problem, it's kind of like we are speaking to someone. Someone should be able to look at the question or even not look at the question and still understand what we were doing and what is happening, right? So here I want my written statement because I am answering a question, right? So when we answer a question, we use our words. And then we want to make a connection. What am I noticing about my math? Let me just write that here. Okay, friends. So, you guys don't have to label it like this. You can if you want to. Okay, so now that I know that I am putting together, I can use my manipulatives to help me. And I'm going to use 2 different colors. You guys can use your virtual manipulatives. So he puts 9 dimes in a bank. 2, 4, 6, 9. So my geocubes are representing my coins. So I'm going to draw them. You can also draw dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 2, 4, 6, 8. And I like to double check. And I want to label them, right? Dimes. And let's see, how many pennies did he put in the bank? Remember, I'm not going to go wasting my time and drawing beautiful coins with the president's faces on them. 2, 4, 6. Because that just wastes my time. I am making a diagram or drawing that represents it, right? Okay, now I have my pennies. Let's see. I can also make a part whole math where I know that I've got 9 dimes, 6 pennies. We said we are putting together, which means we are adding. So my part, 9, plus my other part, 6, and I know that 9 and 1 already make 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So my whole is 15. 9 plus 6 equals 15. My written statement answers the question in a full sentence. Dominic put 15 coins in his bank. Right? And my connection, what am I noticing? Well, I kind of said one thing that I noticed. I noticed, right, that I can make a 10 and then using one of the pennies, right? So I can make a 10 by, borrowing from my one part. I can make a 10 to help me solve. Maybe you guys noticed something else about your math. Maybe you notice that you can, maybe you notice that 9 and 6 are multiples of 3. Just anything that you noticed in your math. Something that you noticed about the way you solve. A connection that you are making to some other type of math, right? Now, we're going to keep working on that because that's a very, very big thing. And as we continue to learn different strategies and different concepts in math, we'll be able to make more connections, right? I can make a 10 to help me solve. And that's actually something we're going to learn later on in first grade, right? 9 plus 1 equals 10. And then that means you have 10 plus 5 equals 15. I do not expect everybody to know that. Just try to think in your exemplars, what do you notice? Okay, friends, I hope that was helpful. Remember, cubes right? So I want to I want to see everybody's numbers and units circled, their question underlined. I want to see your math keywords. I want you to stop and think about what the question is asking you to solve for. What information do you need? What don't you need? I don't need to know what kind of coins they are. It doesn't matter, right? I just know they're coins in general. Okay, friends, have a wonderful day and a great weekend.